Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Special beer review tonight. I'm so fucking stoked to be drinking this. We are looking at King JJJULIUSSS. And by the way, I got Brian, I think. Was it Brian? I think it was Brian. Had mentioned that I was saying JJJULIUSSS wrong. I don't know if that's right or not. Someone had mentioned it on Facebook. I had actually asked the pronunciation of it before I did the video. So if saying the two J's first is wrong, I don't really want to be right because I like saying JJJULIUSSS because of JJG unit. Anyways, this is an 8.4% alcohol by volume double IPA. This is basically triple. Well, it's King Julius. That's okay. So you have Julius, and JJJULIUSSS is basically Julius with an extra kettle hopping and an extra dry hopping. This is basically King Julius with an extra kettle hopping and an extra dry hopping. So they brewed this and canned it for. I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm saying this right, for their 4th anniversary that just happened last weekend. Which, by the way, that party looked freaking insane. I want to try so hard to somehow make it out to that next year for their 5th anniversary. I think it would be fucking amazing. I was watching Jay and his live videos on Facebook, and it just looked absolutely incredible. So yeah, I would love to be able to do that. But yeah, I reviewed King Julius a little while ago. It was a while ago now, but I still to this day think that's the best double IPA I've ever had. It's not my favorite beer I've ever had, but it's the best double IPA I've ever had. So this is basically that. With a couple extra hoppings, so to speak. So this was canned on June 24th. Today is June 29th, I think. So it's 5 days old. And on the bottom of the can, if you can read that, it says 4 years and thank you. So I guess that confirms that it was brewed for their 4th anniversary. Huge thank you to my man Leo for sending this. I'm so fortunate to have somebody that's semi-close to there that can get their hands on this for us, so that we can enjoy it, and I'm so thankful for that. So this label is fantastic, by the way. It's cool because it looks nothing like any other Treehouse label. The one bummer, and I'm not even like mad about it, the actual Treehouse logo is nowhere on this label. So it'd have been cool if they could have somehow like incorporated it like in the background or something. But you know what? We're not gonna. This label's sick. I love it. So yeah, I mean, not much else to be said about this. It's King Julius to the next power. I guess, I don't know. I'm super excited. And yeah, happy 4th anniversary to Treehouse. You guys are fucking amazing. I love all you guys. And your beer is second to none. I say it every time, but let's go and check this one out. Wow, that is super hazy, super turbid. Usually like Julius and King Julius and JJJULIUSSS, it's like a glowing color. This is crazy hazy. I love it. It looks like, it looks like peach juice. It's a dark, turbid, like orange. But again, not like the disgusting. It doesn't look like that milky white, gross, hoof-hearted kind of a beer. It's turbid. It looks like juice. An awesome finger of, it's just super packed bubbles. It's like an off-white kind of a head. There's already glass lacing and there's alcohol legs on that. But that looks fucking amazing in the glass. Like, it's perfect. This has been sitting out for a little bit. It's warm today. It was like 87 degrees, which I know a lot of you guys would say that's not that hot, but for North County, San Diego, it is warm. We won't even go to what is happening in this garage right now with this aroma. It's insane. So this has been setting out. It's still a little cold, which I kind of want it to be a little on the colder side because I'm sweating right now sitting out here. But I think it's going to be perfect. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. I can't believe, I was talking to my buddy Barry about this, I think it was last night. I cannot believe hops can smell like this. And we agreed. He just drank JJJULIUSSS last night. 2 nights ago, maybe. I think it was 2 nights ago. And we were just talking about how it is mind-blowing how they can make hops smell like this. This does not smell anything that resembles beer. It is just intense oranges, peaches, pineapples, mangoes. It is the most intense fruit blend that you've ever smelled. Tropical fruits. It's fucking insane what this smells like. It is. It's like, it's a smoothie. It's juice. It's like, what else is there? You run out of, I talked about it, I think, in the King Julius video. Like, you run out of, your brain runs out of, like, descriptors of what you can smell. Like, you've only smelled things in your life, like, that are so intense and so concentrated, and this is one of those things. So I don't really know exactly how to explain it. Just think of having the most overripe, perfect tropical fruit, like a basket of a bunch of different stuff. Oranges, mangoes, peaches, pineapples, tangerines, and just throwing them all in a blender and blending it up. And that's what this is. It is so crazy, like citrus, tropical, fruity. And then underneath all that, it's this awesome, just soft, herbaceous thing. I want to say that King Julius was, I had said to that point, was the best nose on a beer. This is the best beer I've ever smelled. This smells better than green, which makes me sad to say that. That's still my favorite beer ever. The nose on that is insane if you guys have ever smelled green. It is. It's a ridiculous amount of tropical fruits and citrus, and like an awesome just herbaceousness. There's no booze on the nose of this. So, I mean, I'm going to keep repeating myself. It's time to to drink this. So, Leo, thank you so much, sir. Happy anniversary, Treehouse. And thanks for the fucking amazing beer. Oh, it's so good. So good. It's dumb. That's just fuck off. It's funny, like we've always talked about, I've always joked around with friends, like if you're on death row and they said, you know what, it's execution time, you die tomorrow night, you can have one beer before you go. What would your beer be? I've joked about that. I think this would be the beer that I drank, which is saying something. Hoppy beers are my favorite style of beer. The last couple years I've gotten so into sours and saisons, stouts, barrel-aged stuff, but I always come back to hoppy beers. And I can honestly say that, I mean, everyone, the newest beer is always like, you hype it and whatnot, but this is the best hoppy beer I've ever had. This is insane. So the taste follows the nose. It's the most overripe, perfect mix of citrus and fruit juice. But there is an awesome, like, it's soft and it's just ever so slightly like bitterness that sits on the middle of your tongue for a second, like that herbaceous green kind of hoppy thing. And then it just finishes like you're eating or drinking juice. I haven't had King Julius in a while. I had Julius when I reviewed JJJULIUSSS, and I had mentioned that it's not like a hugely different beer. This is hugely different from JJJULIUSSS, I think, having just had that like a week and a half ago. Kind of like King Julius is much different than Julius. It's like Julius on steroids. This is fucking insane. Yeah, I do. I think this is the best hoppy beer I've ever had. And is it close? Probably not. The only bummer about this is it's not like a regular offering, so it sucks to say that because who knows how often they can brew this. But this is, you want to talk about the pinnacle, like a perfect hoppy beer, it's this. I can't see anyone, and there's some Untappd ratings people, I guess everyone has different preferences. I don't know what the fuck your preference is if you don't think this is a perfect hoppy beer. I don't know what you like. You're like one of those people who we can't please you. We can't. There's no hope for you. If you didn't give this 5 stars on Untappd, just stop drinking beer. Fuck it, just stop it, because you're never going to be satisfied. It's amazing. It is so intensely citrus, tropical, fruity, oranges, mangoes, peaches, pineapples, tangerines, and it's just perfectly balanced. There's zero booze on that. You don't taste any malts. Malts are just there because they have to be. It's because it's beer. So, I could sit and just be so verbose and just go on and talk about this, but there's nothing else to say. It's the best hoppy beer I've ever had. And so, when that happens, you give it a 100, as we call it, a 100 out of 100. The hype is real. I will say I've seen people online selling cans of this for $50 a can. Do not spend $50 to have this. Please do not spend $50 for a can of this. Just try and trade for it. Don't do any of that nonsense. That's not helping. It's not helping anyone's cause. People are trading these, so you can get your hands on it. Just do whatever you have to do to trade it. If you have to, I'd never say trade big for hoppy beers. This would be an exception for me. I would trade like, if I have, I don't know what I have to trade, but if I had like a $35 bottle of barrel aged something that somebody wanted, I'd be like, I'll trade that for a can just to have it. It's that good. It's insane. So that is King JJJULIUSSS. It's ridiculous. I love it, and it's the best treehouse beer I've ever had. So that's the way it goes, kids. There's not much else to say. It is hot as shit in here. I got to get out of here. I'm going to finish drinking this and enjoying this. Leo, thanks so much again for sending it. If you guys have had King JJJULIUSSS, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with it being a perfect beer, let me know why. And please don't say because I can't have it. That's just it. Come on, that's not fair. So, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who